Hey there, cats and kittens. On today's Coyote Chatter, I will be discussing the controversy between a very popular gaming channel, the Yogscast, and a section of the YouTube community called, collectively, the Reply Girls. Now, I first became aware of this by a wonderful report by the very informed and the very passionate about the YouTube community, TheWillofDC. And I'm including a link here so you can check out his channel. I think if you really want to be tuned in into what's going on in the YouTube community, you need to check him out. I know that I look forward to getting updates and to always be illuminated by what he has to say. So in a nutshell, here's the thing. You have the Yogscast and other YouTubers who I don't think have really actively taken an active stance, but I know it bothers a lot of the big YouTubers when you have the Reply Girls. And the Reply Girls are usually very attractive young women in very low-cut outfits who will comment on a lot of videos. The problem with this is, on the side where you see related videos, for example, you see Army of Darkness, and so you maybe want to see movie reviews of Army of Darkness, parodies of Army of Darkness, other takes on Army of Darkness, but you can't, because thumbnail after thumbnail after thumbnail all across the associated videos bar, you will see nothing but these Reply Girls. And a lot of them, you get the impression that they haven't actually watched the video in question, or they've given a superficial skimming of the video. And so it's kind of, well, it pretty much is a type of spam. And spam, as you know, is against YouTube's terms of services. For myself, I see where they're coming from. Because if I'm a very successful content provider, these videos on the side are robbing me of views of people who might be interested in other videos that I'm doing. I think everyone has something good to contribute to the YouTube community. Maybe you're into gardening. Maybe that's what they are. Maybe they like gardening or makeup, or they want to review sodas or whatever it is. That to me is something worthwhile than to do dozens of reviews of topics that you may not even be interested in, but because it's a popular video, it's going to drive views to your video and to your channel. And so I don't really much care for that. However, I will say this. I've been looking at some of the comments on their videos, and I think it's inappropriate and really mean and small and really cruel to say, you know, please die, or just some of the vulgarities coming their way. I don't think anybody in the community deserves that. So I don't approve of that at all. And I think that needs to stop. So what would be a reasonable course of action? I had a good conversation with a friend who suggested that maybe there should be more than one flag button. One for objectionable content, you know, cruelty against animals, or just things which are not appropriate for any venue, and one flag button specifically for spam. I think another way to go would be to give everyone a finite number of video response videos. And how would you know this? Well, YouTube has a very complex algorithm, so I'm sure that the engineers at YouTube could very easily, you know, see, okay, when you have the words reply or video response, you know, everybody gets one. And so that I would just include that in the algorithm. So I think that might be a way to go. Because I will tell you this. Right now, as you guys know, a lot of the more traditional media corporate channels are coming in to set up their shows. And so if anyone thinks that Disney, most of all, but we're talking about Sony, Warner Brothers, Vivo, is going to allow the Reply Girls to take away basically spots from them, I think it's very naive. And as much as I'd like to think that everyone does have an equal voice, and as cynical as it sounds, somebody from corporate giant America calls somebody way up the chain on YouTube and says, you know, something, shut these people down. And they would be shut down in a nanosecond, especially, like I said, Disney. Disney is not about to see its sidebar, its related video bar, have all these, I don't know, for lack of a better word, sexy women clogging it up. They'll shut them down in a second. And so I'd rather we as a community address this problem in a kind, respectful way than have the corporate giants crush them. You can send a tweet to YouTube or YT creators. I really would not like to see people lose their channels, but at the same time, This has gone on long enough, and it's got to be stopped. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye.